Oh, Time Knife Part 2. Time for another 10 minutes of me reading this. Hey Sophia, still haven't got any notes back from you on the first half of my screenplay, but I'm finished the second half now, so I'll send it your way. Let me know what you think. Time Knife, written by Bruce Livingstone. Act 2. Bruce has just had his best friend killed by his boss, Paul Marine. Bruce now has a time knife that sends things through time if he stabs them. He is going to Paul Marine's wedding now to tell his girlfriend, Sophie, not to marry him because he's a real shitty guy. Interior, wedding building, day. It is a wedding. Paul Marine and his girlfriend, Sophie, are getting married. Sophie is real attractive. If most girls are ham sandwiches, then she is a 16-ounce steak. This guy knows how to compare things. Bruce enters the wedding building. Bruce, stop! Sophie, Bruce, I am so happy that you came. Bruce, you can't marry Paul Marine. He's a real shitty guy. Paul Marine, he's lying. Oops, wrong way. Bruce, I'm not. He killed my best friend with time bullets. Sophie, but that's impossible. Time travel doesn't exist yet. Bruce, that's what they want us to think. But I actually have a knife that is also a time machine and sends people through time when I stab them. Sophie, I want to believe you, but that doesn't make sense. Bruce, I will prove it. Bruce grabs Sophie's mom. Bruce, here's a bunch of money for lottery tickets. Bruce gives Sophie's mom a bunch of money for lottery tickets. He stabs her with the time knife, but gently, not violently, just so that she will travel through time. She disappears. Sophie's mom enters the wedding building. She is now wearing different clothes. Sophie's mom, he is right. He stabbed me gently with the time knife and I was sent to the past. He also gave me a bunch of money which I used to buy lottery tickets that I knew would win, and now I have $1 million. Sophie, you helped my mom become rich. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce, you made me rich the first moment I saw you. Rich in my heart. With love. Sophie, I always loved you most, but Paul Marine and I already just got married. Paul Marine, you're too late. Wedding minister, or is he? The minister pulls off his mask. He is actually George Washington. George Washington, Bruce knew you were getting married, so he stabbed himself and traveled to the past, then stabbed me so that I would be sent to this time. I then pretended to be a wedding minister for the ceremony. But I am actually not a minister at all, which means the marriage isn't official. Sophie, you did all this for me? Bruce, yes. I stabbed George Washington because I love you. Also, the man you were about to marry wasn't actually Paul Marine. Paul Marine takes off his mask. It's Slobbo, Bruce's best friend. Bruce, this is actually a fake wedding. I saved Slobbo's life and then had him disguise himself as your boyfriend to make this look real, but it was actually a test to see if we were meant to be. Sophie, the only thing meant to be is your death. Sophie pulls out a gun. She pulls off her mask. It's the real Paul Marine. Bruce, but how? Paul Marine, I followed you to the past using my time bullets and discovered your plan to marry Sophie, so I already married Sophie in the past. She didn't want to, but then I showed her this baby. Paul Marine reveals a baby. Paul Marine, I told her that this baby was actually our baby from the future and that I used time bullets to travel with the baby back to the past to show her that we had a family together in the future, but in reality it's just a baby that I stole that isn't mine. Bruce, then whose baby is it? The real Sophie enters wearing futuristic pants and a shirt. Sophie, ours. Bruce, are you Sophie from the future? Sophie, yes. You are very quick to understand things. I came to the past to tell you that in the future you and I got married, Bruce. We had a very active and highly satisfying sex life, which led to the birth of our future child, Urgai. That is the baby that Paul Marine is holding. He stole our baby, Bruce. But why? Sophie, Paul Marine stole our baby and then traveled to the past so that he could use the baby as a lie to trick younger me to marry him instead by saying that it was actually the baby that he would have with me in the future. The past version of me believed him, and because of that I married Paul Marine instead and no longer ever marry you at all. Slobbo. Aw, man! Paul Marine. It's over, Bruce. We're married. Bruce. Until death do you part. Bruce pulls out the time knife. Paul Marine pulls out his gun with the time bullets inside. They have the best fight of any movie ever. At the end, Bruce has Paul Marine with a knife to his neck. Bruce, it's been a slice. Bruce lifts his knife up to cut Paul Marine. Paul Marine, you won't get me this easy. Paul Marine aims the gun at himself and shoots himself 30 times. The clip is bigger than a regular pistol. Paul disappears, but then 30 Paul Marines enter. Paul Marine, I shot myself 30 times so that I was sent to many different times at the same time, which meant there were 30 of me. Now we are all here to kill you. Bruce, which means that each of you has a time bullet inside of you. Paul Marine, of course, but I made sure that we were all shot in areas that have no vital organs and we will get the bullets removed after we kill you. Bruce, unfortunately for you, I traveled to the past earlier and took your gun and added an electric charge on each of your time bullets. I control the electric charges with this handheld detonator. Paul Marine, no! Bruce, yes, it's quite shocking. Bruce presses his detonator. All 30 Paul Marines are electrified from the inside. Their skin peels open all over like sausages that are left on the barbecue for too long that peel open all over. The Paul Marines all die. Bruce, consider this my resignation. Uragai, goo goo gaga. Slobbo, aw yeah. George Washington, God bless America. Bruce and Sophine make out. Sophine waits for a few seconds for the audience to stop applauding before saying her next line. Sophine, congratulations. You passed the test. Bruce, what test? Sophine, we always believed you were the chosen one, so we traveled to the past to test you and make sure. We now believe you are ready to fight the ultimate villain from the future. Bruce, okay. Slobbo, who is the ultimate villain? Sophine, his name is Paul Marine. Bruce, but I just killed Paul Marine. Sophine, no. The Paul Marine you have known this whole time has actually been an actor from the future that we paid to play Paul Marine for the test. The actual Paul Marine is exactly the same, but he lives in the future. Bruce, he was an actor, which means my job was fake as well. Sophine, yes. That is the only reason why you were kept in a low-level position for so many years without a single promotion, and it appeared that people didn't give you the respect that you clearly deserve, because in reality, you are the chosen one. Bruce, it all makes sense now. Sophine, we must travel to the future. Are you ready? Bruce, looks like it's time to find out. Bruce puts on his shades. George Washington waves the American flag. End of movie. Bruce Savage will return in Time Knife 2, The Reckoning. Oh god, I love this whole screenplay so much.